Welcome to another Power Cube draft here. Let's see if we can open up some power and do something fun. We haven't had a ton of success in getting trophies yet, but we're poking around, learning the format a bit. It does have some pretty significant differences from Vintage Cube. It has some pretty significant differences from the prior iteration of Power Cube. And of course, best of one in a high variance format is always going to exacerbate the variance, but we're going to do what we can, try to play tight, try to draft well, see if we can't sneak out some wins. Okay, what do we have here? We have Mother of Runes, Oko, Flage as probably the only cards worth considering here. I think if I take Mother of Runes or Flage, I'm 0% to wheel the other one. If I take Oko, I'm pretty likely to wheel a playable blue or green card. So let's go for that. Or I could just try to do my favorite thing, take Kitten and wheel the Jewel. So loose. I mean, do the good thing or should we do the fun thing? No way we can get both if we don't take one now. I mean, it's just, it's so much worse than taking Oko. Yeah, I'm just going to take the more disciplined pick here over the fun pick. We'll have plenty of time for fun. And now we have Seiju, Daze, Terra Sunder, Ancient Tomb, Mana Confluence. Huh. Not a lot going on here. I think I'm going to take the Fable. Could be Teamer. I could be 5-color good stuff. Or I could just splash an Oko. We'll see. Here's a Grim Monolith and a Remand. I want the Grim Monolith. And maybe I get to wheel that Kitten. Now I kind of wish I took the Kitten plus Coveted Jewel. But we could do some fun things with Kitten Fable. Kitten Fable, Grim Monolith, stuff like that. Not necessarily guaranteed to wheel the Kitten, but ooh, we can Impending the Overlord of the Boiler Bilges and then flicker it. I'm going to take the Lotus Petal. Maybe I'll go for the high variance plays here. Play all the petals and fast bonds and chrome moxes and hope I get them in my starting hand. He says sarcastically. Who's at this table? We got some pack hogs over here. Okay. Marsh Flats, which doesn't really go with our cards, but fetches always have a place. Skydiver's interesting. Corsten, if we pick up a flash or something like that. I think I'm going to take one of these lands. Probably Spirebuff Canal. Because blue-red, I think, goes better with like this kind of artifact semi-pivot we're doing here. Stupid sexy Oko. With his arm. Ooh. Okay, what do we got here? Stock Up is great. Bauble is nice if we end up with the Kitten. Flickering a Rex Sage could be interesting. Preordained would also be good with the Kitten. I think we're just going to take the Stock Up because it's the strongest card in the pack, I think, by a good bit. Maybe Bauble being a close second. Take a bunch of mana, draw a bunch of cards, do a bunch of things. Kitten's looking better and better. Of course, I'm not going to get the Kitten, but we'll see. Meow. Come on, send me some packs. Tarovia, K-Mac. Oh. Windswept Heath is a green fetch, so if we pick up Trop or Taiga, it'd be pretty good. I've just played a couple Lotus Cobra decks in a row. I'm not super eager to do more of that. I'd rather lean more into Izzet and potentially Splash Oko. But yeah, let's take this Windswept Heath, because it could become very good. Seachrome Coast already fixes for blue off Windswept Heath. Oh wait, never mind. It's not typed. What am I talking about? In that case, do we take Prophesidic Memory? I don't have card. Well, I guess Fable. Some amount of card draw. Take an Oliphant, which also doesn't fix quite yet, but could get there. I've never played with this card. I also never think it's playable. I'm going to take the Oliphant. I can get there. Wow. Really? We didn't wheel the kitten or the coveted jewel? Dismayed. I'm shocked and dismayed. So what do we even take from here? I guess we could take a Thundertrap Trainer. We could take a Memory Jar, maybe. I'm just stunned and dismayed. This feels terrible. My favorite combo. I didn't get either piece. Okay, Trinket Mage hits Lotus Petal, which isn't nothing. Terra Sunder is a good piece of interaction. I'm going to take the Terra Sunder. This could potentially end up being a 5-color good stuff deck. Maybe to that effect, I grab a Rafine's Tower, and now Windswept Heath fixes for 4 colors. We just try to take good cards and fixing, and let our opponents try to do cute things. Is Arwen even a good card? Assuming they put it in the cube for a reason. Nethergoyf is good, but I don't think we're going to have black on turn 1 very often. Let's try this Arwen out. We'll see. Oh, wow. Torsten wheeled. No one's playing cheaty stuff. I mean, we could end up in a cheaty deck from here. Or maybe no one's playing it because it's bad. Speaking of bad, that Sunset Saboteur seems bad. We could play this Anji's Ravager some amount of the time. Explore wheeled. I guess we could play Explore. Oh, wow. Piece of power. Ooh, piece of candy. Brain Freeze, potentially to wheel. Fiery Confluence, I'd love to main deck. Delta, I'd also love to main deck. Likely going to wheel nothing, but we'll see. Let's take Sapphire for starters. Oh, we got Past a Pearl. What was in this pack? A second piece of power I like. Now we're very close to, turn 1 Arwen or turn 1 Oko as things we could do. Okay, here we have Sika's Chariot and Pyrogoyf as the best cards in the pack. Ponder's good too. There's a Ketria Triome, but I feel like we could just play any type of Triome. I think I want to take the Chariot over the Pyrogoyf. Is that crazy? I mean, the Chariot can do some pretty good things. That's kind of the Pyrogoyf. No, I'm gonna take the Pyrogoyf. I think it's close, but I'm pretty sure the Pyrogoyf's better. Oh, Strip Mine. Do we backdoor into a land stack here? I don't think so. Are we gonna take Natural Order yet again? Why do I end up with Natural Order every single draft? We have enough creatures for Jite to work. Maybe we're just supposed to take Volcanic Island. 5 creatures. I'm just gonna take Volcanic Island. Seems like there's no way that could be wrong. I really have nothing that fetches it, but that actually Oliphant fetches it. What is this deck? Will we play Cradle? I think we can't play Cradle. But we can play just like some crazy 4 drops with this mana ramp. I don't hate that plan. Just like have our curve start at 3 off the back of like Double Mox, Lotus Petal, Monolith Explorer. Something to try. Am I really playing this Anchi's Ravager? Whenever this attacks, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. That could be very good. Also could be very bad. More likely to be good than bad, I think, to be honest. It seems like a pretty good opportunity to take a loot. And for it to be very good, we're kind of like a teamer mid-range deck right now. Questing Beast, Evora, Chain Lightning, and Exploration. How good is Evora here? Helps a little bit with Ravager. Works nicely with Fable, but I don't think it's that great. How good is Exploration here? Exploration is going to get a lot worse with Double Mox. I think we're going to take this Questing Beast. And we're going to stick to that kind of mid-rangey plan here. And we have Commercial District, Sylvan Safekeeper, Fiery Islet. We could also consider this Enduring Curiosity. That's just like another must-answer threat. What if we just play mono must-answer threats? Oh, we wield the Confluence. That's fantastic. Like that. 3 steps ahead. Thundering Titan would just decimate us in our own deck, so I don't know if we're going to do that. Yeah, Confluence is great here. Play like Teamer good stuff. What are the bad things? I'm still not convinced on this Ravager. Oh, we could play Uat. We could also play Kavu. This seems like a pretty good domain deck. Teamer Domain. Is Arwen any good? Indestructible. I can make something else indestructible. I really don't know. I mean, it was pretty good in Lord of the Rings draft. Okay. Savannah versus Triome. I think I want to favor the untapped lands as much as possible. Wait, maybe we try to make this Origins work now. The hell with that card. Let's take Savannah. I don't want that many tapped lands, and we could take any tapped land we want. We could take any fetch we want. So duels and fetches are all going to be better than they normally are, which is good. What a weird deck. I don't know if we're playing this Jar or this Torsten. We can cast Torsten some amount of the time. Also can cast Glorybringer some amount of the time. And this guy? Okay. Probably not playing any of these. I guess white's slightly more likely. Damn it. Okay, wow. How about third Mox? Can't be unhappy about third Mox. Potentially wheel a Taiga, Saheeli, Lightning Bolt. Probably not wheeling a Lightning Bolt, but yeah. Third Mox. Don't see that too often. Wow, now do we take... Oh, Mana Vault? Oh my god, yeah. Oh god, I wish I could take the Twister and the Vault. Why don't I have a Cogwork Librarian? Yeah, I'm going to take the Mana Vault here, and we're going to just play the drop a nasty 4 or 5 on turn 1 plan. Spew out our hand, reset with Ravager, stock up, Enduring Curiosity. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 lands, not counting Petal. We still have room for some more threats. I just want like really solid threats. But any hand where I have mana ramp, I can ramp out a big solid threat. And I want to cast it on like turn 1 or 2. I don't want to cast a 7-drop on turn 4. I want to cast a 5-drop on turn 1 or 2. Oh, Demonic Tutor, Memory Lapse, Badlands. We actually don't need black, interestingly enough, but we just need 1 swamp for Kavu. I mean, none of these are really on plan. Hazard's the closest. Maybe we just take the Proving Ground. I mean, Memory Lapse is decent too. So, like, big thing, protect it with Memory Lapse. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like that. Oh, speaking of protecting things. Oh, this is an Academy? Oh, we could play this Academy. How far are we from Academy? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts already. This could also be a Golos deck. Am I just getting like way too excited here? Man, I kind of want to play this Golos. There's no way it wheels though, right? I want to take the Academy. It's not always going to work, but there was just a Healy that could wheel, and it could just really, really win games if I have the Academy Mox openers. Onshi Tong, I think I want to play. Monastery Mentor would be decent, but also not even that amazing because I have a lot of creatures. So yeah, let's grab this Librarian Bird Spirit. Kind of another way to fill up. 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 lands, counting Mana Vault or Petal. Enough we could cast Mind Twister or Choxa here, but I think I'm just going to take Goldspan and just keep with the plan. To that point, do we want a Nissa? Gargroth, Leovold? I think I actually just want Multiversal Passage. I just want my mana to be perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, counting Vault or Petal. Maybe 22, count both. Oh, we have a reason to play black now. I don't think so. Take Hollowed Fountain. Actually didn't end up with that many fetches. I kind of want to take GSZ here. Good 3, good 5, good 4 for it. I don't know. Don't have a good 1. Maybe that's loose. Now the Saheeli came around, as did the Taiga and the Spell Bomb. How many ways do we have to trigger Saheeli? 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of looking for non-artifact ways. Yeah, let's grab Saheeli. I might have just gotten debated by this Academy out of what would have been a good deck otherwise. But we'll see. I think Tribal Flames is probably pretty good here. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Another tap land here. Probably cut Explore because we're going to be playing light land count. I'm still on the fence about this Zenith. Oh, Golos Wield. I definitely want to play Golos. Golos is not generally great, but if ever to play Golos, this would be the deck. I don't know if I'm going to play that. Oh, this could be pretty good. Put this in for now. Oh, last pick Nissa. Okay. Interesting. So we do look very teamery, but we're kind of teamer domain with a million mana ramp spells. 4-ish, 3 or 4 pieces of power. It's gonna be really sad to lose with with all this power. But let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is 18 lands. Probably don't need a planes. Academy should be good, but not great. How greedy is it to play the Academy? So we also have 3 more cuts here to make. Let's get an idea of what we need in terms of colors. This is 5 color. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue currently. Oh, 8 blue with sapphire. A decent bit of blue. For red, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red with ruby, 9 with proving ground. That's good. For green, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 green is good. We have too many lands in general, though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Yeah, we have way too many lands. Okay, so maybe let's start by shaving a couple of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is the right number of lands. We have to cut some cards. We cut Arwen, which makes the mana a little bit better. Or mana 4/4 Death Touch Haste Ward. I don't want to play all of these things. I don't know. Maybe we cut Nissa. We're not going to have that many lands. And maybe we cut Ravager because we don't really have that many ways to madness it. I mean, we have Kavu, we have Fable. Other than that, we're just like looking to hardcast it as the last card in hand. It's not amazing. And we have other ways to refill with Fable, Stock Up, Wan Shitong. Solos kind of counts. Let's cut Ravager. And this is probably great. Even without a ton of forests, just makes a bunch of 3/3s as threats. But if our lands die, actually, we'd be in some trouble. It is a really fast clock. Take a look at our sources again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green currently. Not a lot. We do have a lot of double green. We want to add one here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red. 9 red is plenty. We go 8 red. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. 9 blue. 9 blue seems like more than enough. But island? And then did we accidentally screw up our land count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we kind of screwed up our land count. So let's maybe cut this Ferox and add in back. Yeah. All right, this is interesting. We have a lot of power, so hopefully we can do some powerful things. Just beat down with like big threats early. All right. That all right? I'm gonna stop saying all right. Saying all right, beginning and end of every clip. No more all right. Nothing's all right. Everything's terrible. See you in round 1. Welcome to round 1. This sweet little teamer, rampy, powerful deck. What do we have here? We have turn 1 monolith into not a whole lot, but honestly, if we just hit a red or blue land, we're off to the races. So I think I'm going to keep this. Honestly, this deck could do better, but I'd be crazy to mulligan a turn 1 monolith, I think. So we're just going to have to hope that we get there on colors. And, well, we can Green Sun Zenith a 4-drop, which seems pretty good. So, yeah, let's just Green Sun Zenith for X equals 4. Hopefully this doesn't just die. I guess the guy who had Ward, collect evidence 4 would be pretty good in this scenario. So that's a data point to keep in mind, because if this just gets killed by like a snuff out, then I'll feel pretty bad. The opponent definitely does not have a snuff out, so Resting Beast lives one more day at least, but might go down soon. Yeah, so I guess that it is a good data point to have that collect evidence for Ward guy is pretty good in this sort of scenario. Well, we got the Kavu. So that should be able to unlock our hand a bit here. Start with a attack here and loot. We will loot probably away this Wan Shitong, furthest away from. Yikes. Okay. Well, Leyline Binding on what, the Mox, the Kavu, the Monolith. That could not possibly have been the right target. I mean, I could see hitting the Kavu or the Mox both as equally interesting, but the tapped Monolith just doesn't seem like that would have been it. Okay, so we can stock up or Oko or Fable here. Let's start by playing the Petal. We have access to Memory Lapse in case we want to do that. It does feel like the opponent is stuck on some, maybe just mana screwed or mana flooded. Got another land. Awkwardly, it's a forest, but I'm willing to accept that. And now we can Fable without cracking Petal. We can counter the Fable here, but it's not the end of the world. What are they doing? They just completely flooded, I guess? I don't know. I don't hate it. The Legend of Yang Chen. So he is going to target. I guess this is targeting. How do I tell? Every each player chooses one permanent value through your gator. Well, I guess it has to be the Fable, but how do I tell if they targeted it? So next turn, you can make us both draw. Oh, this is just Goldspan Dragon here. Yeah, that seems great. Hopefully this doesn't get countered. Be a good force of will from the opponent. Are they going for a removal spell on my Treasure Maker? Oh, okay. Like this. Do we actually discard cards here? I think we don't loot anymore. Let's just. I mean, now we're just going to hold up Memory Lapse. They could draw 3 cards. I'd be happy to draw 3 as well. Mana Vault. Okay. Full Ring is fine. Fairy, I will Memory Lapse. I don't understand what their plan is with the subtlety. Cannot target memory lapse. Okay. Oh, there it is. Opponent could have played that better. I really don't understand how they just did nothing into punt, but the punt part I understand, but the do nothing is odd. But we take those in the next game. All right, round 2 here against M Sully. I said all right again. I got to stop saying all right. Round 2 against M Sully. This is definitely a mulligan. One lander with no power. That's not P Sully. Okay, this is also not a great hand. Doesn't do anything and it has no power. This seems quite a bit better. So Confluence is gone, and I think Forest is gone here. And then we just have a turn 1 Fable. Hopefully opponent doesn't disrupt this. Okay, Giver of Runes. Then I go play around Wasteland, I guess. Mox, Fable. Opponent feels badly. Do we loot away any of this stuff? I don't think I care about the Giver all that much. Why don't we loot away Tribal Flames? And I kind of want to keep the land so I can play Oddity off of a treasure. Yeah, let's start by just attacking here. Get treasure. We'll see if they do something to my Goblin Shaman here. A Demi, and then block a Demi and give it protection. That's fine. Now, we'll only have one in there, so let's play Moving with Oddity. We'll post combat haste creature, but we needed the treasure to get it online anyway. Now we get our Kiki Jiki Reflection. At some point, this Pyroglyph will be able to kill the Giver. I wonder if it was greedy to ditch the Tribal Flames when they had a Giver showing. It didn't seem like their creatures were going to be that relevant. And they played in a Demi. And if we had pre-combated the Flames, they could have flashed in the Ademi and given it protection. Oh, this is just a racing move. Okay. Oh, they have their own Fable. Oh, Petal. Actually lets us Pyroglyph. This isn't hasty, right? No, it's not. So I think this is 7 to flip. We're pretty far away from that. Do we kill the Giver or the Ademi? It's an interesting question. I think the Ademi is more important to kill. Or actually, we can start copying Pyroglyphs. Oh, but then the copied Pyroglyphs can target the Giver. So yeah, we'll start with that. Funny with the double mana or the double mock start, I feel like I'm supposed to be way ahead of the opponent, but I actually don't feel like I am way ahead of the opponent. Maybe I'm just misevaluating the board state, but they don't interact with Reflection and Pyrogoyf. This should be easy from here. They do, then I'm feeling a little bit more nervous about my resources. I guess I mulled twice. That's part of the problem, right? Maybe that's why I feel very light on resources. See what Matrix Sullivan does here. Oh, not my oddity. Oh. Please, I'm my oddity. No. Made Pyrogoyf bigger. Have that going for me. And a vault doesn't really do anything here. But let's see. If they double block oddity, they can keep Chandra alive. So why don't we just send everything at Chandra? We lose some damage, but at least we get the Chandra off the board. It also buffs the Pyrogoyf a bit. Play mana vault because now if we hit a green land, we can transform the oddity. The Turtenwald oddity, as it were. Skull Clamp is a good card. Will be potentially pretty scary on reflections. You need to get some kind of interaction here or another big threat. Otherwise, I'm at risk of falling behind to this reflection skull clamp nonsense. Whenever this creature attacks, it's funny. Guess I'm going to play that. The question is, do I trade my oddity for Giver or Kiki? I think it's worth it. This is not instant speed, right? It also costs a lot more mana. Yeah, I think I'm okay trading the oddity for the reflection or the giver here if they double block. Because then it'll turn off a bit of their... Yeah, so I could turn off the reflection engine here. Oh, I guess they can keep the reflection alive. Yeah, maybe that wasn't so great, actually. Whoops. Yeah, why did I think I was going to kill one of them? I just assumed they'd give the protection to the token, but that makes no sense. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. Fine. Full lethal to all of them. Okay. That was pretty bad. Can resolve. Now, I guess we'll just play this and hopefully, 12 trample or whatever is enough to do something good here. I guess this would have been better if I kept the oddity in play. Hopefully that punt doesn't lose the game here. Love to draw Fiery Confluence. What else would I want to draw? Coco. Stock up. Green Sun Zenith, I guess, wouldn't do it. He can only copy givers right now. Why is he doing it now? I don't understand. Is he going to clamp it to get cards on end step? Doesn't this just put them dead? going to block here. I have 13 trample damage coming at you. And I guess it's not lethal, but it is quite a bit. And it's going to kill the giver. Yeah, I wish I kept that Uven Mold oddity around. Might have cost me the game. Also, maybe just not tribal flaming as the giver was a huge mistake in hindsight, probably. Play this. Opponent's at 3. They just have all the cards in the world. I mean, there's a number of things I can draw that win me the game, but a number of things I can draw that don't, and they're skull clamping. So I'm definitely firmly behind now. I probably should have been winning if either I tribal flamed the giver right away, or I saved up the Uvenwald attack for the turn, for this past turn. Get the giver back here. They do need to block the Pyrogoyf, but they can do it with reflections. Oh, they took a demi. Do they have another land? Man. They're going to clamp here. So they're saving it for a demi and giver. Does this do anything? Turn one of my artifacts into a Pyrogoyf? That Mox Ruby into a Pyrogoyf. I attack them with 2 Pyrogoyfs. They can flash in. They can make a copy of a 1/1 and flash in a demi. And they can kill my original Pyrogoyf. That will cost them creatures. Yeah, I feel like I've lost this game. I don't know how to necessarily recuperate from here other than continuing to apply pressure and then top decking something. What do we need? Double red. Oh, we have double red already. Are they going to sack the Ademi to give both of their guys indestructible and just single block? Funny. They might have moved my Pyrogoyf out of range of being double blocked. So they can make a 1/1 chump and then double block, or they could just single block and sack a demi. That's all fine by me. Problem is Saheeli's gonna die, which is kind of like one of my Pyrogoyfs dying. Still need to top deck something into an active clamp. I mean, if I ever can find Glorybringer, Goldspan Dragon, Loot. Well, Loot doesn't win immediately. Fiery Confluence. Stock up would be decent. Oh, they're getting in there. Oh, I'm dead. That's why. Okay. Yeah. I definitely threw that game. The Uvenwald Oddity attack was bad and could have been game winning on the next play. I don't know if discarding the Tribal Flames was that bad in hindsight. I feel like in hindsight, I would have wished I kept it, but at the time, I don't know that it was bad because I was trying to get some velocity going to play out threats. Maybe in the future, you bolt the mom or the giver when you get a chance. So we'll see how those play out in the future. But definitely the Uvenwald, the Turtenwald oddity attack was a mistake. So we'll tighten up and we'll move on. Game 3 here, 1-on-1 with this powerful Teamer threat deck. We have a double Mox opener. We can turn 1 Wan Chitong. Doesn't give us much of a turn 2, but Wan Chitong can draw us into stuff, so I think I'm okay with that. Also potentially could punish a fetch land from the opponent. What's on the mulligan? Let's go Spire Bluff, Mox, Mox, and pass. And we also have potentially cycle Zayator's Proving Ground, but I don't want to cycle it. Oh, they did play a fetch. Let's see if they crack the fetch. All right, they didn't crack the fetch, so they can crack it in response to this. That's okay. We're definitely going to use our mana. Oh, they didn't do it in response. Land is great. Let's start by attacking. Then we're going to play a tap land, and then next turn we have Glorybringer. Thank you. We've got a nice mounting threat here. In fact, we've got a couple of them. Play a Glorybringer. No reason to exert here. This one looks like it's going to be over pretty quickly. The double Mox opener without the multi 5. Pretty strong. Oh, Wrath of God's good. What can we do here? We can Green Sun Zenith out a loot. If we shock with Multiversal Passage, that's pretty good. What kind of land do we want here? We have red, blue, green, black, white. We have all of the colors. We have double red. We have double blue. We have double green. We have black and white separately. We have red and green and blue separately. Actually, I have no idea what color we'd want. I think we just take a red. Pay 2 life. And then let's GSC for X equals 5. Grab and slam a loot. And attack for 4. This continues to mount the pressure. They played a Golos. Where are the Golos havers? Kavu's a 3/3. Oh, they have to chump here. Because if they don't chump, they're dead. Okay, first strike damage. Guess we'll do Golos. And now we'll play our own Golos. And ours can actually be activated. Oh, yes. Let's play that. I forgot we had that. That should be a concession from the opponent, unless they have another Wrath. Now we're playing Powered Cube. Phantasmal Image. Are they making another Golos? Sure. Can't activate it. I can activate mine. All right, dog. Magda, slightly unimpressive here. I think we just start by activating Golos. Yeah, those are some cards. So let's just start by killing the opponent. Seems like a good thing to do. Easy peasy. See you in the next one. 2-1, headed into round 4 here. Let's hope for another powerful start, huh? Ooh, we have a Mox. We have a THREE Academy. All things considered, it's not that strong of a hand, but we do have a turn 2 Fable, so we're going to keep it. We're going to play a tapped Mountain here. And the question is, are we more likely to play against turn 1 Artifact Destruction or turn 1 Hand Disruption? I think we're going to play out the Mox because we're more afraid of Thoughtseize than we are of some kind of ramp into Artifact Destruction. And now we will play our Fable and hope they don't Spell Pierce it. No Spell Pierce. Perfect. Okay, now we're off to the races. We might have a 5-drop this turn. Actually, we can almost guarantee one. Let's get rid of Terra Sunder and Uvenwald Oddity. We don't have green, and we have the capability of just continuing to do lots of dirty things here. All right. Mox is +1 mana, even if it's tapped. Mana Vault is mana neutral, even if tapped. Well, before we do that, so we can attack and play a big Wan Shi Tong or just a Glorybringer. Oh no, we can't play Glorybringer because Treasure Token's going to be tapped. They're tapped, but that's fine. Interestingly, this Mock Dianitla Spider Gwen or Spectacular Spider-Man, I don't know what it is. I never played that. Is doing some work here. However, the amount of work it is doing is not nearly sufficient in the face of this THREE Academy. Because now we could play a Wan Shi Tong for X = 3. We can't block with it, so we're not going to do it on attacks, but we will certainly do it on end step or in response to the opponent searching their library. That is not searching their library, but it is tapping out of counter magic, and I think that's good enough for me. Oh, I guess playing the Mana Vault into the Mock T was not that great. I mean, it is +1 mana from the Academy on future turns, so maybe it's fine. But I neglected to realize that it wasn't going to untap. That doesn't seem like it's catching up very well. Sadly, this Glorybringer is not going to be getting value either. I will decline to pay for this. Man, all of my stuff entering tapped is really annoying. What do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 mana. We could play Nissa, untap Multiversal Passage, and then play Glorybringer. Or we also could just have 10 mana once we attack with this thing. So let's do that. We don't have to pre-combat anything anyway, since everything's going to be tapped. And now I don't think we need to worry about an upheaval unless they have a Black Lotus. But even then, we rebuild so quickly. So let's 5, 6, 7. We'll play Nissa. And do this. And we'll untap the Multiversal Mountain. And then we'll play Glorybringer. And yeah, this should be a concession. So Academy was great. I was a little bit worried when building the deck that my Academy wouldn't be great, but it was great. Coveted Jewel into Black Lotus Displacer Kitten. Bomb's good. We're coming for that Coveted Jewel. Glorybringer down. That is fine. Find this. Oh. That's pretty good. So, wait, can we untap this Multiversal Passage anymore? Non-creature land. We can't. Why does it think we can Confluence? Oh, because we have a treasure token. Okay. Yeah, we can Confluence. We deal 1 to every creature. Kill the artifact. What if we just attack with everything? They go, we make a 3/3. Well, we don't want to lose that. Oh no, but we'll, we can't do that. So we make a 3/3 forest. We can't really attack with this unless we want to lose it. Confluence first. You can go 6 to you. You block here. You block here. You take 5. Oh. Alternatively, we could do 1 to everything. Kill an artifact, kill an artifact. That seems better. An artifact, destroy an artifact. Kill Planisphere, kill the Soul Ring, auto pay, deal 1 to everything. And now we can untap a forest. Oh, we missed our chance to untap a forest. That is really annoying. Well, definitely attacking with Wan Shi Tong. We're definitely attacking with this. Gets the jewel back. And we'll still have Wan Shi Tong up to block. Yeah, let's attack with these. Not having that 1 extra attacker is a little unfortunate. Now we can play this. We can untap this, I guess. Tap this. Play Glorybringer. Play Goldspan Dragon. And then we have Wan Shi Tong up to block here. If we need to block to keep the jewel. And opponent's on 3 mana here. So this seems very much 1. Yeah, Urza's not going to get it done here. You're not going to get your jewel back because I'll just chump with Wan Shi Tong. Or I can make a copy of Storybringer or something. Oh no, but it's gonna come to play tapped anyway. This is until the next end step. So yeah, let me just chump here. My opponent's just super dead all sorts of different ways. Yep, there it is. Pretty good. Academy and Moxen. All right. Gotta stop saying all right. Academy and Moxen were good. We won pretty handily. And we'll see you in the next game. 3-1, heading into game 5 here against Mac Attack. Could it be this is the trophy that we get? Draft a bunch of power, get a bunch of trophies? We'll see. This is a turn 2 Golos into a Tolarian Academy, which seems pretty good. So let's do that. Opponent immediately force wills my Mox. No. Here we go. Uh-oh. Have we met our powerful match? The Heath. That is okay. Now the question is, well, first of all, the question is, can this find untapped blue? And the answer is no. Given that cannot find untapped blue, I think we'll get tapped blue, and we're just going to run out this Golos. If they sack Lotus to counter it, I'm okay with that. Oh, they don't even counter it. They subtlety it. I think we're going to bottom the Golos here. So Lotus was good there, but, you know, it happens to be a good card. All right, we can Green Sun Zenith for 2 here, which can get us Kavu, or we can hold up Memory Lapse. I think I like getting the Kavu. It's going to be pretty big. Yeah. Black Lotus into Subtlety and a bunch of counter magic is problematic. Hopefully we can draw some mana here and get back into the game. Stock up is tough. We can get red. We can kill the Subtlety and hold up Lapse. Not red. I guess we'll just hold up Lapse and untap Monolith. Not the best, but also the only option they have. Robber of the Rich. They don't have more cards in hand than me. Do I want that to hit me? I feel like I need to lapse it. I'm already behind. My only chance is to try to get ahead on mana. All right, looks like I just countered it, so. Wan Shi Tong cannot currently be cast. So yeah, we're in a decent bit of trouble. I am getting kind of owned by my mana base, which I thought was good. I have like 11 blue or 10 blue, 11 green, something like that. 8 red. Oh, maybe I'm confusing it with the prior deck. My mana base is certainly not drawing as good as I hoped it would be. Oh, geez. We're in all sorts of trouble here. Okay. Well, Oddity does not save us. Okay, well, that was a fast and brutal one off the back of Black Lotus. I almost wonder if we should have just waited for relapse or remand, whatever, memory lapse. But, oh, try harder in the next one. Well, let's think about that, actually. They play Lotus Island. We play tap blue land and say go. We don't risk our Monolith being tapped. They could flash in a subtlety and then just be ahead in the race. Or they could do nothing. And then the next turn, if they do something and we have Lapse and sets them back a Lotus, we're probably winning. I guess when we have Lapse and they have Lotus, the biggest kind of swingy play in our favor would be to lapse what comes in off the Lotus. I thought that them sacking Lotus to counter thing would be okay for us, but I didn't think that the counter would have been in the form of a 3/3 flyer, and that was, I think, the mistake that was made. Because if I had considered subtlety in the range of their counters, then I would have been a lot less inclined to set myself that far behind on board when I could have instead really punished the Lotus with a remand. So I think I probably should have thought more about the subtlety and then leaned into remanding what came in off the Lotus. So let's keep that in mind next time we see a Lotus and we have a memory lapse or a remand or something like that. That is the backbreaking thing to do, which is better than having one's own back broken. Okay, let's head on to the next round. Starting round 6 here, 3 and 2. We're in dangerous territory now with a deck that I thought had a chance at going all the way. Ran into an untimely Black Lotus, which we didn't play very well against, but at least we have some learnings coming out of that and got to have that growth mindset. And for this game, we're definitely going to mulligan because we're sitting here staring at a Terrace Under and nothing else to do when this deck is very capable of an explosive turn 1 off the back of all this power. So we're going to mulligan here. And this is slightly better, I think, keepable because we have Oko and Golos as potential plays. We can go a turn 3 Golos, a turn 2, or a turn 4 Oko, or if we just draw 3 lands, we can do a turn 3 Oko into a turn 4 Golos or something better. As it is right now, we don't have red for this Kavu, and we do have double. No, we don't have double green. So what are we more likely to find? I think we're more likely to find more green, so let's ditch the Kavu. Oh, is this the Mother of Runes? There's no Guide of Souls. I guess it could be an Ocelot Pride or just fetching a tap land on main phase. That's a thing you can do, I guess. Not even worried about bluffing a Mana Tithe or anything. Uh-oh. We going out like that? Like that? I thought we ain't going out like that, like that. Oh, there's the Mother of Runes. Into a Skull Clamp. Into a used Skull Clamp? Okay. Opponent is digging through their deck and pulling ahead on mana. We can Golos to fetch a Academy. Is that good? The Golos gets interacted with. It's less appealing. Otherwise, we would get second green or a red. We don't currently need the red. We do currently need the second green. Baleful Strix makes the oddity a decent bit worse. Oh. They're just churning through their deck. Okay. We did hit the next green. So let's go. Oh. We could turn off their Mox Jet or turn off their Skull Clamp. I don't know how good that is. Or we could start getting in there with Nissa. Or we can go get an Academy. These are all interesting options. Academy lets us still have the mana to do things next turn and can kind of go off with Oko. Nissa is a pretty big threat that they would have to attack on 2 axes. If Nissa dies, then we still have the ability to play Oko. We also can just play Oko this turn, so this actually seems really good. Let's untap the forest. And let's hit for 3. Use a removal spell on the forest. That'll feel a little bit bad. Yeah. All right. So I wonder if it would have been smarter just to play the Oko rather than trying to sneak in the 3 damage. I mean, I wasn't suspecting a galvanic discharge, but I was expecting like a snuff out or something along those lines. Wow. Opponent also has plenty of power. And this skull clamp is going off. A little scary. What do we do now? The mountain. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can make 6 mana. We want to just get rid of the skull clamp finally. Skull clamp. How close is this to not that many forests? Do we have 3, 4 forests? I mean, we're not that close to ulting anyway. This does not have vigilance, right? No. I kind of want to elk the skull clamp. And play 4 for this, untap a land, and just have a 4/4 and a 3/3 up, and they get to keep going off. Or we can Oko the skull clamp and just make a 3/3, which blocks. Yeah. Let's do that. Get rid of the skull clamp. And then let's make I guess a 3/3 mountain. So we're going to trade it off. Want to trade off the one that we don't currently need. And it still feels like we're somewhat behind, but we do have 2 pretty powerful planeswalkers. Ugh, jeez. Opponent has an insane deck. I mean, double Mox, all this cheap interaction, and kind of going off with Skull Clamp, Cosmogrand Zenith. 10 cards deeper now. Yikes. Might be the end of this draft. Unfortunate, because the deck's pretty powerful, but we ran into also powerful decks, so I guess we can't complain if we're trying to win off power. We lose to power. You know, Powered Cube giveth, and Powered Cube taketh away. So we can lose Oko here. We could even lose Nissa, depending on which they prioritize. Oh, it looks like they're going after Nissa. That's interesting. I do feel that Oko is actually more of a threat. Or are they going to spread out the damage? Oh no, they're killing Oko. Okay. So Nissa lives. Can't cast anything. I mean, I guess I can cast an Uvenwald Oddity, which can kill Ren in 6. Maybe actually I'm supposed to Golos here because I'm running out of lands. And this is a pretty good blocker. I mean, if they have more removal, that's just really, really painful. Which are they going to point it at? Oh, everything. Oh, they're just going to kill everything? Yikes. Action. Academy just taps for 1 mana right now. Unlikely to get a ton better. Nissa is going to die. Wow, you're actually just gonna lose. All right, let's get this so we have every color. And I guess opponent drew 10 cards off Skull Clamp, so I mean, kudos to them for just immediately skull clamping their mother runes and just digging like crazy. Maybe I was just supposed to Oko the skull clamp immediately. Oh, they have their own Oko. Their deck is just absurd. They have just a way better version of our deck. We're like all the 3s and 5s and power, and they're just like the stronger 1s and 2s and 3s and power. How did they manage to draft this? Yeah, we got nothing left. I mean, they've killed everything. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're also dead in 2 turns. It's brutal. I mean, we could play a Sahili just to save 5 life, I guess. Maybe it sees this one extra draw step. Unclear how I ever win. I mean, there's some. No, I mean, they're going to gain life, so I can't even kill them with Enduring Curiosity. We're just 0% to win here. They can also make and eat food. Yeah, brutal. Fiery Confluence? No, we don't have double red. Yeah, we just got completely destroyed by all this cheap interaction and card draw. The name of the game, I guess. Just take Dismembers and Fiery Covenants and Galvanic Discharges and Moms. Take all the 1-drops and all the power. You'd think that, you take power and you ramp it to something, but apparently just taking power and 1-drops is better. The state of modern day Magic, I guess. Even do here to live. I mean, we can't beat the Oko. We can't really do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just super dead. I guess we could look at some cards, but oh wait, were we like 1 mana away from winning? We actually were 1 mana away from winning. They hadn't blown up all of our lands. I don't know. Maybe they skipped through an attack somehow. That's crazy. Yep. All right. Well, there it is. I mean, those turns where I tried to hit for 3 instead of ramping out Oko probably made a very big difference. I don't know if I end up winning though, because they're still just drawing a million cards and crushing everything. I would have need to hit the skull clamp like immediately that turn, which is probably not a play I was willing to make. Though in hindsight, I should have. Yeah, feels bad, but opponents just had stronger decks, I guess. And we didn't play perfectly. We definitely could have played better. But hopefully it was at least enjoyable. We got to see some powerful starts on both ends, and we'll see you in the next one.